An interview by students for students. How to get immersed in St. Mary's culture, featuring Marianne Daniel, Derek Sheets, Chase Jones, and Cassie Balducci.
Cool. All right, guys. So starting off, first question is, do you think it's easy to make friends at St. Mary's? And if so, or if not, why? Both. Why?
I would say that it's easier than most colleges to start making friends because of the small class size. You can easily engage with your entire class and figure out who you agree with and have commonalities between very easily because the class size is not huge and you have time to put in feedback.
I would agree with that. It's also nice because it's such a small campus that you're like definitely going to see people around campus more than just kind of like passing them and never seeing them again.
I think St. Mary's really tries to promote an inclusive community, and like because it's so small and because of the small class sizes, like was mentioned before, it's kind of hard not to see the same people and have something to talk about.
So I guess with my own experience, I've had many classes where they kind of force you to interact and talk with your partners. So I think that also kind of adds to that, making it easier to interact with people and form those friendships.
Great, guys. Thank you. The next question is, the school has a lot of really great places to hang out, from the pool to the sand volleyball court to even just up at the cross. So in your opinion, what are some places that you like to hang out with your friends or just go to socialize?
Home tree or mother tree, which is the big old tree above St. Mary's. If you're looking at the ridge, there's a tree that just stands out. It's a great hike, and then when you get there, it's a great view of all of Moraga and the school. So I recommend that area.
I was going to say the library, surprisingly. It's a good place to meet people and to find people to study with.
Yeah, the library definitely turns into less of a studying place and more of a hangout place sometimes.
For sure.
All right, the next question is, are there any locations near the campus that you like to hang out? Because Moraga is a pretty small town, but we are surrounded by a lot of other cities or towns with a lot of different good locations to eat, hang out, and stuff like that. So what are stuff you like to do off campus?
There's great places to hike around this area. So if you go on Canyon Road towards Oakland through the hills, there's great places to hike there and reservoirs to look at from great views upon the hill.
Panini's has good wings. And they take flex dollars. And then the ice cream place is right across the street. That's a good place to hang out.
I was just gonna say, with the flex dollars too, Chipotle, like you can always see people from St. Mary's, like always at Chipotle.
That's definitely true. Chipotle is the #1 place, I think, for our St. Mary's students to go. St. Mary's has a lot of opportunities for students to join clubs. At the beginning of the year, they have that big event day. So did you join any clubs? And do you think clubs is a great way to make friends as well?
I joined rugby. I also came to St. Mary's to play rugby, and that united me with a ton of people. Instantly, you're forced into a friendship, into a friend group with a bunch of people that have a similar idea of what is fun. And so makes it a lot easier to make friends when you have a common idea of what you like. So joining a club can help you find people that enjoy the same things you enjoy.
I agree with that. I was in Sisterhood and I met some people that I'm super close with still. I was also in club tennis with Daniel, how I met Daniel. Made some really good friends there. And then I was also in Enactus, and that helped me actually figure out what I wanted to do career-wise. So definitely enjoyed clubs at St. Mary's.
I was VP of the Middle Eastern and North African student association, that club. And then I was part of the St. Luke's pre-health club. So both of them, like, one is like cultural thing and one is like for my career, and you get to find people that have similar backgrounds or are kind of like working towards the same thing. So it's a little community within the St. Mary's community.
Thanks for those suggestions on clubs. They definitely do help bring people together. Last question. This is a very open-ended question. We've asked a few things involving meeting new people, but overall, when you were a new student at St. Mary's and with your years of experience, or even less than years if it wasn't that long, what are your best suggestions on meeting new people at St. Mary's in general? Doesn't have to deal with school itself or anything like that, but just any advice for incoming students.
Don't be nervous. Allow yourself to make mistakes and understand that no one has it figured out and we're all trying to figure it out. My biggest thing was coming in like, oh my gosh, this person's going to think I'm weird because I said this. Like, we're all weird. We're all human beings. That's part of college. That's part of life. You know, just figure out who you are and express yourself and allow other people to express themselves around you, and try not to judge too hard on first impressions, because it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
We're all going through it.
I was gonna say, just try and get out of your shell a little bit. The majority of people don't know who you are. They don't know your past. So you can kind of reinvent yourself almost, and just talk to people. It can be scary, but a lot of people are nice. So just talk to people.
I think so too. I agree with what you guys have both said. I think just remember that everybody's in the same position as you are. Everybody's nervous and trying to figure things out. So I say just try to be a little brave, put yourself out there, go out and talk to that person, meet the people that you're in dorms with, talk to people in your classes. Another great resource is actually the professors and your advisors. So get to know them. They'll help connect you with other students with the same interests. So just try to be brave.
I think everything's pretty much been said, but the only thing I would say is, as a first year student, don't try to limit yourself to maybe one group. And like Derek and everyone pretty much said, like, go get out of your shell and get out of your comfort zone, and meet different groups of people that maybe you can have more things in common with.
Awesome.
One more
Thanks
thing
so
to
much,
add.
guys.
Your RAs can be pretty cool. Some of them.
That's me.
Not her. But some of them can be pretty cool. They don't want to just get you in trouble. They're sometimes they can act like almost like a big brother and kind of, or sister, and kind of guide you through, especially in your early years.
All right. Thank you guys for that. This will be really great advice for new students, for current students, and you guys gave some really good advice, and thank you for giving us your time.
Overall, our participants felt that it was easy to meet new people in St. Mary's smaller community, as it still offered a wide assortment of different activities to do and places to meet new people both on and off campus. Our participants noted how there were many different clubs to join on campus, as well as how these clubs introduced them to a lot of friends that they still have today. The best advice given from our participants was that new students should not be afraid or nervous. They should try their best to get out of their shell and not to hesitate to talk to others, because everyone is going through the same process.